Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Richard, of course, and I am here in Pasadena, which is in the Los Angeles area. Sorry, there's some background noise. So I was hanging out, doing some work up here, and I realized that I didn't make enough time to drive all the way back home to do the Facebook Live from home. So I guess you get to see me in another environment outdoors. Alrighty, so today's conversation, let's see, oh goodness, I just realized we're doing vertical today, which is a little bit new. I guess, so today I'm gonna have like an open Q&A. I could talk about a few topics, like I could talk about diet, eating healthy, and kind of the effects that has had for me in my life. I could talk about habits. We could talk about, what else? Just how to be happy in general, and kind of, I could kind of share with you my more recent journey of why I've been able to be more positive and happy in my life. Yes, so let's start with that. Let's see here. Rico, if you're on, let's see. Why didn't you respond to my questions yesterday? You skipped them. I'm pretty sure I answered your questions. If I skipped any, then you get to say that again or repeat them. Chowder, ask them again when he goes live. Yeah, there we go, exactly, precisely. I'm happy to answer questions. All right, so I guess I wanted to create a separate video about this, about nutrition and stuff like that. I know I did one a while back, or a few days ago. So this past week I have been eating vegan, so that's like extreme vegetarian in a way. I never thought I'd ever do it, but I decided that I would give it a shot, and I've been doing it for 6 days now. And honestly, like, I feel a lot better, just energetically, as well as confidence. My skin feels a lot more clear and clean. I don't feel as like greasy, oily, and icky. So in that sense, I feel like eating vegan has been really nice. How do I say this? Yeah, it's weird. It's like I always thought I'd never ever do it. I'm like, why would you not eat meat, But by doing 1 week of just trying to be vegan, which I thought only hipsters do, like, it's actually been really nice. It's very refreshing. Like, I know this might sound crazy to some people, but eating tofu is refreshing sometimes. So I don't know, I've just grown to enjoy eating tofu. That's yeah. All right, so what else do I got here? Life has been good. I wish, let's see, I'm trying to figure out some thoughts here. Okay, so Keely says, do you get hungry fast eating vegan? So how do I say this? There's two things that I'm doing right now. Number one is I'm eating vegan. Number two is I'm doing this thing called intermittent fasting. So if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's where you fast or you don't eat for about 16 hours in a day. So between 8 p.m. and 12 p.m. the next day, I don't eat. There's only an 8-hour period I eat, which is 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that, or like kind of how you feel about that. Like, oh man, that seems kind of crazy. I remember I had a friend who used to do intermittent fasting, and I used to have this thought of like, what, like you can't eat? You can only eat for 8 hours a day? That sounds crazy. But now that I'm doing it, I realize it's really not that bad. It's really, in my opinion, quite easy to do. I really like it because, okay, so for anyone who's trying to lose weight, intermittent fasting is like a really nice cheat strategy. So again, I'm not a nutrition expert, but what I do know is that I can consume fewer calories throughout the day because I don't eat breakfast, which also means I save money on food. And also, like, it's just, how do I say this? So I do get hungry before noon, like I look forward to lunchtime, but just that little, I don't know how to say it, like that little bit of discipline, it's not, in my opinion, it's not that hard to not eat for 16 hours. And once it hits lunchtime, I'm like, oh shoot, I could pretty much eat whatever I want. Again, I'm eating vegan, so I'm eating like a lot of vegetables and fruits and tofu and stuff like that. But like, I don't know how to say this, like I almost don't really have to worry about what I eat as long as it's not like meat products and dairy products. Like it's really easy to eat under, like not eat too many calories, because vegan food in general is just like, if you eat the real kind of stuff, it doesn't have a lot of calories unless you eat a lot of nuts, which, you know, that's like one of the few things I make sure I limit. So yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a great, I really enjoy it, and I've lost a lot of weight. So hold on, when I started, Lisa, thank you so much. Lisa or Lisa? Either way, thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot, for saying the live chat is so interesting. I'm glad you enjoy it. I hope that I can continue to keep it interesting in this moment. I'm a little bit distracted. I enjoy doing my live chats at home, where I'm more calm and like more present. Right now I'm a little bit distracted. So, but you know, I'm gonna work with what I have because I'm not at home right now. Let's see. So Mike Hawk, good to see you on. Show me your surroundings. Where are you? So I'm in Pasadena. Literally, I just finished having vegan food. Oh my goodness. So this is gonna sound a little bit crazy. So I don't usually go to vegan restaurants because, you know, I've only been vegan for a week. But of course, I went to a vegan restaurant with my friend who is not a vegan, but we were like, you know, let's just go try it out. We went there. Everything there is vegan. So it's like they got vegan burritos, vegan tacos, they got vegan Philly cheesesteaks, they got vegan pizzas, they got vegan everything, vegan fries, like, and it's like this wonderland for vegans. They got vegan chocolate, cheese, like everything. So like walking in there, it was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, dude, everything looks so amazing. So that was a lot of fun. And honestly, I was like super excited to eat the food because I've never had vegan burritos. It was like spicy jackfruit burrito, carnitas burrito. And what else did I have? I had the Philly cheesesteak. I don't know what it was made out of, but it was delicious. So that was a fun little thing to do. So I don't know, if you want to see the surroundings here, let me see if I could focus. I'm in like a downtown Pasadena. It's a really nice place. I wish I could show you more, but you know, I don't want to walk too far where there's not a lot of light. So yes, that's what I got. Okay. So again, I don't know how to say this. Like, if you have habits, by the way, I do apologize if like I'm not being completely present. It's not always easy to focus when I'm out in the middle of the street and you know, I got like people walking by and stuff. I'll do my best. So overall, what I realized is when we start creating positive habits and we start following them, it will boost our mood. So if you, I guess that's what I have to say. Like, just start with small little habits, and the more small habits you have, your life will be awesome. Like I don't know how to say it. Like literally just exercising every single day, which I never thought I'd ever want to do. And I am doing right now. So I exercise 7 days a week, around 30 minutes every single day, and eating clean, you know, drinking water has been really nice. And it's made me feel very good. Not just emotionally, mentally, but also physically as well, which is awesome. All right, so I want to talk about weight loss right now. So if anyone wants to lose weight, again, intermittent fasting is a beautiful tool to do it. Like to me, it's beautiful because it forces you to only eat in an 8-hour time period. And honestly, it's very doable. That's all I have to say. Like in my opinion, it's not as hard as I thought it'd be. And yeah, it helps create this discipline. So again, if you want to lose weight, I recommend intermittent fasting. And I think just try vegetarian. That might be a little bit extreme for you, depending on, you know, how much you love meat. I used to love meat, and I still enjoy meat, but I've learned to not eat meat. So here are the results I have. December 1st. On December 1st, which was 11 days ago, I weighed 181 pounds. Today is December 11th, and I currently weigh 175. So you could say I've lost 6 pounds in the past 11 days, which honestly it was not very challenging for me to do. It's just consistency. That's all it is. You don't, in my opinion, you don't even really need to push yourself that hard. You just need to stay consistent, and that's it. I get it. Consistency can be very challenging sometimes. You know, it's like sometimes it's hard to keep up a habit, and it's one of those things where you just gotta push yourself to do it. You know, if you have a hard time doing it, just start small. Alrighty, Lisa, yeah, it's so great. You are constantly challenging yourself to do new things. Christine, hey, good to see you on, Christine. Oh heck yeah, I'm going to start intermittent fasting. Awesome. Yeah, it's yeah, there's different ways you could fast. Some people like to do how do I say this? Hey, how's it going? Oh goodness. Some people like to do like one 24-hour fast every single week. I don't know if I really like that. I mean, it can work, but intermittent fasting for me is working. And even after my 1 week trial period of vegan/intermittent fasting ends, I'm going to stick with the intermittent fasting because I just love the structure of it. In terms of vegan, again, this is me personally, but after my 1 week is over tomorrow at 8 p.m., so at tomorrow's live, I think I'm going to loosen the reins a little bit. Like, I don't want to be so strict. So what I realized with vegan, like, you got to really like read the labels of everything that you eat. Like, you got to be careful of things like bread. You know, it's like I'm still going to eat vegan-ish, which means I'm still want to do plant-based foods, but I don't want to be so strict where it's like, oh, you know, hey, have some coffee or whatever it is, or tea or coffee. Oh, by the way, there's just a tiny bit of creamer in it. I don't want to be like, oh, I can't drink it anymore, you know? Sugar is another thing. So again, if you haven't been on the past few days, I've probably mentioned a few times that most sugar is not vegan. So because sugar is processed with bone char, which is used to, I think it deodorizes the sugar or something like that. So most white sugars are not vegan unless it's like raw sugar, which is, you know, you gotta find that separately. So yeah. Alrighty, Lisa says, in 2014, my weight was 68 kilograms. 2017, I am 55 kilograms now. Wow, that's incredible. Congratulations. That's awesome. While we're on the topic of kind of like weight and stuff like that, let's see. So I personally made a goal for myself. December 1st, again, I weighed 181 pounds. And my goal, I'm like, you know what? In 2.5 months, I want to reach 160 pounds. And the more, like, now that I'm losing weight and like I see myself in the mirror, I'm 175 right now. I'm almost thinking, I'm like, I feel like 160 is a little bit too skinny for me. Like I wanted something that would stretch me and push me, but I feel like, I don't know if I'm going to keep that goal. Not because I'm not committed to it, but rather because I don't think I really need to be that skinny. So I don't know how to do this. I think I need to lift more so I don't look so skinny. This is all like appearance stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that there. All right, Keely says, my former roommate wanted to lose weight. He starved for a week. He won't even snack on any fruits or veggies. He almost fainted, but luckily he started eating before fainting. Oh goodness. Let's see. So when I was at the conference this past weekend, one of my group leaders went on a 10-day fast. So that means he only drank water for 10 days, or at least he was in the process of doing that. In terms of fasting, like, you know, for a long period of time, I don't know a good structure for that. So you could read articles on Google. Yeah, that's what I have there. Callie Day? Callie? I'm gonna go with Callie. Callie Day. Does being vegan help you lose weight? Like, a lot? So it really depends. So just here, I'll answer your question by saying this. Just because you're eating vegan, it does not mean you're eating healthy. So here's an example. French fries can be vegan. You know, they're potatoes and oil, right? But just because you're eating French fries that are vegan, it doesn't mean it's healthy. You're going to gain weight if you eat deep fried French fries all the time. So for me, it's working. Being vegan has helped me lose weight because I'm almost too lazy to figure out if food is how do you say this, is vegan or not. Like for example, let's say I have a sandwich, you know, and there's no label on it, it's a sandwich. For me, I'm like, I'm gonna try staying away from that because I don't know what's in the sandwich. So I'm gonna stick with more simple stuff like, honestly, like this whole week, I've been the lazy vegan diet. Like I go to Costco and I get this organic veggie barley soup. So I have that. Tofu is awesome. I don't know, I just learned to love tofu. Like I've never ever purchased tofu in my life. I've had tofu, but I've never purchased it in my life. But just for some reason, I just really enjoy eating tofu now. So all that stuff does not have a lot of fat, and it's not like super high in carbs or things that make you fat. What else? I will sprinkle like organic spinach or mixed greens in my soup or something like that. Honestly, this whole week, I have not been eating a lot of just salad. I've been eating a lot of mixed stuff. What else do I eat? What else have I been eating? I went to Trader Joe's, a supermarket, for those who aren't familiar. They have some pre-made foods, and they do have some vegan options, like vegan sandwiches. However, I know the spicy lentil wrap. So I know that the wrap itself is made out of, there's a lot of chemicals in it. It's vegan, but there's also a lot of chemicals in it. So it's like, it's not necessarily super healthy, but I'm sure it's more healthy than eating other processed foods that are typically on the shelf or going to fast food restaurants, stuff like that. So to answer your question, does eating vegan help you lose weight? In general, I want to say it probably will help you, but more importantly, it's just having a balanced diet. In terms of tools I'm using, so right now I'm tracking everything that I eat. I use this app called MyFitnessPal, and I highly recommend it. Like I used it a year ago, I used it 2 years ago, and so MyFitnessPal is an app where you could literally track everything that you eat. If you're looking to get really serious about it, I would recommend getting a food scale, like that tells you how much food you're eating. So whenever I eat nuts, what I do is I have like a little container, and I put the container on the scale, turn the scale on, and then throw my nuts in and measure like 30 grams, which is about 1 ounce. And every single day I eat about 2 ounces of nuts for my fats. So, I mean, again, I'm not a nutritionist. I can't say this is like the best advice I'm giving you, but this is just what I'm doing, and for me, it's working. All right? Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. Tofu is awful. Goodness, tofu is awful. How do I say this? So here's what I'll say. Before this week, this whole vegan challenge week, honestly, when I ate tofu, I was like, meh, tofu's tofu. You know, like I don't really love it. I don't hate it. It's just tofu. But as soon as I went vegan, it's like, I don't know, like your perspective of food changes so much. And like you start to appreciate things. Like tofu, a whole pound of tofu sometimes comes in a whole pound of like, you know, like a loaf of tofu. I ate a whole loaf of tofu in a single day, like half for lunch, the other half for dinner. And for me, it's like, it's refreshing. It's cold. It's like this nice, I don't know, like it's refreshing. Anyway, tofu is not for everyone. I know some people don't like tofu. That's fine. There's other sources of protein, but I'm grateful that I like tofu. So that's me. Let's see, how do you cook the tofu? Christine's, how do you cook the tofu? All right, so maybe I might be an oddball here, honestly. Ooh, goodness, I hope it's still running. So for me personally, I eat my tofu straight out of the container. Like I don't need to cook it. Like I love it the way it is, as it is. So I've been given tips / advice that cooked tofu is also really good too. It's just I'm really lazy and I haven't gotten to that stage yet. But I'm open. I'm definitely open to learning how to cook tofu and cook stuff. It's just I've been very busy and I'm perfectly happy with the diet that I've had so far. So uncooked tofu straight from the package has been pretty delicious for me. Hunter, Hey Hunter, good to see you on. Let's see, Hunter says, can you give me some tips on how to better my focus in school? I'm a student athlete, so it's hard to balancing both school and sports. Let's see. Hunter, I have some questions for you. I guess some questions for me is like, what does your schedule look like? Are you just doing school and sports? I'm guessing baseball. Or do you have other activities that you do, such as, do you have family obligations? Do you work? Or what else? Are you part of any clubs or organizations or any kind of other things? All right. Hey, Robin, thank you very much. Good to see you on. So in general, Hunter, so tips on focusing in school better. Okay, so the number one tip that comes off the top of my head right now is sleep more. I know that sounds so cliche, and everyone keeps saying you need to sleep, you need to sleep, you need to sleep. And then you're probably thinking, I don't have time to sleep. I gotta do work. Here's the thing. When part of the reason why you're probably not being so productive is because you're tired, you know? So I get sleep takes more hours, but okay, so I'm gonna be very, very straightforward here. Every single day I track, like this past week, every single day I've been tracking how many hours of sleep I've been sleeping. So let me give you my personal statistic. I'll give you better data the more I calculate my hours. But when I first started, I really did not think sleep was very important. I was like, you know, I could sleep for 4 hours, 5 hours, because that's normally how much I sleep. And I'm always tired during the day, but I'm like, oh, you know, it can't just be sleep. It must be something else. So here's the statistics. At the beginning of the week, I was sleeping about 5.5 hours, 5.5 hours. And I rated my energy level throughout the day, 1 through 10. On average, my energy level, I think, is a 6.5 out of 10 by sleeping 5.5 hours. However, I started last night, I slept for 7 hours. Or sorry, the night before I slept for 7 hours, and my energy rating jumped all the way up to a 9. So let me repeat that again. 5.5 hours of sleep equals a 6.5 energy level. A 7 hours of sleep translated into a energy level of 9. So by investing 1.5 hours, I'm just gonna say 2, I'm gonna round up, by just sleeping 2 extra hours, my energy level jumped from a 6.5 to a 9. And guess what? A 9 consistently throughout a day is so much more productive than a 6.5. Like when I was at a 9, I was focused. Like I'm just like, let's do this, let's get focused, let's take action, let's do everything. When I'm at a 6.5, my energy level, I'm tired throughout the whole entire day. Like I'm like, okay. You know, like I was not energetic. So, Hunter, anyone else who is wondering how do I stay more focused? And hold on, let's see. Yeah, so how do you stay more focused in school? Get more sleep. I know you don't want to. I know you have so much homework to do, but really practice it. And I challenge you, if you want to try this out, try it out for yourself. Every single night, track how many hours of sleep that you get. Like literally, look at what time you go to sleep, look at what time you wake up. In the morning, write down, this is how many hours of sleep, you know, maybe in a spreadsheet or something, or on your phone, how many hours of sleep you got. And then at the very end of the day, just mentally go back and be like, okay, on a scale 1 through 10, what was my energy level at? Okay, so that's my tip for you. In my opinion, I think sleep is the number one thing you could do to have more focus. Let's see, nutrition, exercise. I'm gonna be honest, like I think it helps, but I don't have enough data to back that up. So if you just want a straight up easiest way to find focus, sleep is number one. Food, exercise, I don't really know, to be honest. I just know that food and exercise for me makes me feel better. Alrighty. Cool. Let's see. How's my day today? My day today was awesome. I've been in Pasadena. So I live in Orange County, which is about an hour away from here. I drove up here to Pasadena to hang out with my nonprofit team that speaks to a lot of middle schools and high schools. We just hung out at a co-working space. I don't have a co-working space membership, so to me it was really exciting. They have 7 times filtered water. It's like super hipster. There's free brownies and candy, like Kit Kats and corn nuts, and of course I didn't eat anything because it's not vegan. But I'm like, holy crap, like this place is amazing. It's like a little fun place to hang out and do work. So I enjoyed it a lot. Let's see. All right, Hunter says, I'm not working, but sports is constantly on and on. So it's basically like job. I totally understand that. And, you know, being a student is really tough, Hunter. You know, it's very time consuming. And so really on a weekly schedule, like, you know, go to school, take care of your sports. I know you have long hours of practice, and look, baseball games take forever. They're like, what, 2.5 hours or so? Like, it takes a long time. And then you got to travel. So that takes up a lot of your day. So on days where you got sporting events, you got practice or games, honestly, those are those days where you just got to buckle down and be like, okay, go to school, go to your game, come back home, do your homework, go to sleep early, wake up the next day. You know, okay, so I recommend, this is like a legit recommendation, like if you want to stay focused, I recommend at least 7 hours of sleep. Like literally don't go below 7. Once you start going below 7, you're going to start losing focus throughout the day. And for me, I don't like sleeping 7 hours. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I feel like it's a waste of time, but I realize so this sleeping at least 7 hours gives me enough energy to be productive and focus throughout the day. Like once I stop, this is me, you know, once I drop below 7 hours, I realize my awareness and awakeness, my focus decreases a lot. So what you get to do is figure out what is your threshold? How many hours do you actually get to sleep? So work on that, okay? Yeah. Alrighty, let's see. Christine, thanks for the tofu talk tonight. LOL. I need to study for finals, so I'm leaving this live. I'll watch it a little bit later, hopefully. Bye. Christine, thank you so much if you watch this later. I enjoyed talking about tofu with you as well. Robin says, how many videos do you make each week? My goal is to do it 7 days a week, so you could say every single day, 7, okay? That's my current goal. Chowder, junior year is killing me, just checking in and saying hi. Jake, good to see you on. Thank you so much for hopping in and, you know, wishing you the best. Thank you for saying hi. I don't know if you're still on right now, but thank you. Let's see, Hunter, I do meal prep and stuff. I work out every day at least 2 hours. That's a lot of working out, and you know, great job. Your team should come to Kentucky. Nice, awesome. Meal prep is great. Usually that implies a little bit of healthy eating. Robin, what is your advice to make thumbnails? I'm a part-time YouTuber. So in terms of thumbnails, like, okay, I'll give you my quick advice. Again, we talked about this yesterday. So go look at popular YouTubers and see how they're doing it. Like that's how you find eye-catching thumbnails. In general, go to my YouTube channel. Like literally search my top videos are pretty much all my top videos are the ones that have good thumbnails. I don't do thumbnails anymore because I'm lazy, and you know I don't really care for subscribers and stuff like that. You know, like I'm not focused on that stuff. I'm lazy. So look at my old videos, my top most viewed videos, and you'll see how I did my old thumbnails. My suggestion to you is, again, it's not about you. So when you make a thumbnail, make it kind of eye-catching, make it very simple where people can read the font of that, because you know, thumbnails are very small. So make it very clean and very short. Like let's say let's say this topic is how to be vegan and lose weight and lose 20 pounds. That is way too long to put in a title. So you want to shorten it to make a word pop out, like, hold on. I guess you could write something like, I lost 20 pounds going vegan for 1 week. That might be a little bit long too. Let's see. Again, like, see, this is the crappy advice you get on the spot. Maybe write something like, maybe just write like, vegan, lost 20 pounds. Something like that. Like, just keep it really short and simple and get the message across. Another way you can kind of see if your thumbnail is good is like literally make your thumbnail, take a step back, like, you know, go walk away, come back, look at your thumbnail and be like, ask yourself this question, would I watch this video like based off this thumbnail? If your answer is no, then go change your thumbnail and try to figure out what's wrong with this, why would I not watch this video? So that's one way to critique your own thumbnails. Alrighty, let's see. AKA Formal, hello, good to see you on. Do you remember Walnut Park Middle School? Heck yes, I do. I believe there's someone else from Walnut Park who was on a few days ago, if that wasn't you. But I remember it was a different name. So, hey, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you. And it's so cool to connect with people that from schools that I spoke with. Robin, how do you make money on YouTube? Honestly, making money on YouTube, there's several different outlets. I'm not the best person to ask. Ad revenue is one way, but if you want to make a living off of YouTube, you gotta have a lot of video views. Like for me, YouTube is not my primary business. Like YouTube, I do this as a hobby, as you know, for fun, because I'm passionate about it. If you want to make money, let's see, ad revenue will give you a little bit. Approximately, this is a very rough estimate. For every 1,000 views you get about $1. So just letting you know. So I mean, I'll give you the details right now. Let's see, my channel has about 800,000 views, which probably means I've made about $800 in the past 4 years. So that being said, you don't make a lot of money off of views by themselves. But if your channel grows, you can start doing partnerships with people. You can start doing product placement and you know, offer products. Like what a lot of the YouTubers do is they have an affiliate with Audible.com, you know? I don't know, like everyone is Audible. Like that's such a great affiliate program because like Audible, I love Audible. Like I don't really use it a lot, but I love audiobooks in general. So I should have an affiliate link for this. I should be like, you know, sign up for Audible. Yeah, but I don't, because I don't know, it's just, to me, it's too much trouble. Like it's just not like my business. I would rather make money somewhere else. Like it's too much work for me. Like anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. All right. Hello, Formal, AK Formal. All right, Hunter says, Danville High School in Kentucky needs your team to come in. LOL, you guys are truly amazing. When you say your team, what do you mean? Like your team, like me? If you wanna, if Danville High School in Kentucky wants to hire me to speak, I'm perfectly game. I created a crazy personal goal to book 30 paid speaking gigs in the first 6 months of 2018. So yeah, until June 8th, 2016. So I am literally in let's book speaking gigs mode right now. Like I am going to be speaking a ton in the next 6 months. So really excited about, really looking forward to it. So if any of you are students or whatever, and you can get me to speak at your school and they're willing to pay, I will love you forever. Yes, so please let me know. Like I'm excited. Like 2018 is going to be phenomenal for me. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. Do you remember? Wait, are you trolling? Or are you just repeating this? You're just repeating the same thing, AK Formal. Yes, of course I remember Walnut Park Middle School. Yes. All right. So let's see. I'm standing in the middle out here in Pasadena. You know, I have not gone home yet, which I get to do soon. What else? So we talked a lot about nutrition today, habits, how to stay focused. Stay focused by getting more sleep. If you want to lose weight, intermittent fasting, Google it if you don't know what it is a really good strategy. Of course, I don't know how to say this. So sometimes people think it's really scary to let go of their favorite junk foods, like eating pasta or burritos or pizza or burgers or fries. Like it might be a little bit challenging at first, but honestly, like once you start doing it, it's really not that bad. But then again, it's also depending on your mindset. Like you have to understand what are your goals in your life. For me, I know that I want to start eating healthy because one, I was eating so much junk food, and I know that I want to start feeling good about myself, not just like physically attractive, but internally. Like I just want to know, like in my soul, like I don't know, like your body just knows when you're eating healthy. Like it feels better. So right now I don't feel sluggish. You know, I feel light. I feel like when I poop, it feels good. That's all I gotta say, all right? TMI? No, not at all. Alrighty. Woo. All right, Lisa, what were your thoughts just before uploading the first YouTube video? Ooh, that's a great question. So my thoughts, honestly, let's see. I was really nervous. Okay, so this is like almost like it's not embarrassing, but it's kind of embarrassing for me. Like when I think about it myself, my first YouTube video took me 24 hours to shoot and edit a 2-minute video. Like that is ridiculous. Don't spend 24 hours on one video, please. Like I try to be a perfectionist, and I mean, it worked, but it was, I don't know, just let it, do your best, let it be. You don't need to spend 24 hours like I did. I I spent way too much time on it. So I was really nervous. I wanted to look perfect. I wanted to look really good. I'm happy, you know, I'm happy with it for what I did 4 years ago. I'm not like, I cringe when I watch it because I don't really like it. But anyway, it is what it is. So I was very nervous when I started making YouTube videos. I was afraid of being judged. I was afraid, you know, is anyone going to watch my videos? Things like that. All right. Let's see. AK Formal, you trolled us saying that you were Vietnamese, remember, and Rice Gum. Yes, of course. Yes, I absolutely do remember that. Hunter, do you want me to talk to my principal? Dude, Hunter, I would absolutely love if you talked to your principal and referred me to your school. Like, I would absolutely love the opportunity to speak at your school and in Kentucky, which I've never ever spoken in Kentucky before. So that would be a dream, you know, and it'd be so cool to see you in person. That'd be freaking awesome. Like I would love that. That'd be incredible. All right. Yeah. By the way, you can find. Feel free to message me if anyone wants to contact me for any reason. Hunter, if you want to contact me, email me richard@richardkuo.com. Super simple. It's just my name. richard@richardkuo.com. All right. If anyone has questions, personal questions, I'm happy to answer them. Just email me, richard@richardkuo.com. All right. Do I drink smoothies? Yes, I drink smoothies pretty much every single day. I figured out, for me, I've mastered the lazy butt smoothie. Like, my smoothie is so lazy, it's super easy. So what I do is I go to Costco. If you don't have Costco, that's okay. So my smoothies are pretty cheap too, and everything's organic. So here's my smoothie recipe. It's very simple. I get frozen organic strawberries because fresh strawberries spoil very quickly. So that's why I get frozen ones. And also frozen strawberries are available year round, which is awesome. So frozen organic strawberries, a whole huge bag costs like $10, which is even cheaper than fresh strawberries. And they're organic. And then I get frozen blueberries. That's kind of optional. That's the more bougie, you know, I'm such a hipster, basic biatch like food, but first time I tried frozen organic blueberries, I like it, I enjoy it. So that's ingredient number 2. All right. Number 3 is I buy fresh organic like spinach or kale or whatever is cheap. Okay, so that's number 3. The 4th and final ingredient is I get bananas, organic banana from Costco. It's super cheap. Like, seriously, all those 4 ingredients I just mentioned are really cheap. Like, it does not cost a lot of money at all. So that's my 4 ingredients, and let me tell you how to put it together. Like, it's super simple. So if you're using frozen, you put your frozen fruit in first. Like, usually I put like 5 frozen strawberries, and then I put like a few scoops of frozen blueberry. I add water, you know, so what that does is it allows it time to kind of not be so hard, defrost. And then I add the greens. I have a very weak blender, so after I add the greens filled at the top, I blend it, and then afterwards, now that there's enough space, I'll add the banana, and then I might add a little bit more water, and then I blend it again, and that's it. Like, it's super easy. It takes like 2-3 minutes to make a smoothie every single morning, and it tastes great. Like, it's awesome. But anyway, you could add whatever other ingredients you want to put in it. That's just a lazy thing that I do. All right. Hunter, thank you very much that you say you're going to talk to her tomorrow for sure. Dude, I appreciate you so much. That is awesome. Can you put the email in the chat? Yeah, sure. I could do that. Hunter, I'm going to... Oh, wait, no. I don't think I have access to the chat right now. Yeah, I'm on mobile right now, so I can't put it in the chat. Hunter, let's see. If you don't mind... sorry, I know this is a little bit inconvenient. It's, how do I say this? If you go to my website, richardkuo.com, richardkuo.com, it's there too. Or you can just remember, it's richard@richardkuo.com. Like, it's super simple. So, yes, thank you for that. I hope we can connect, and I hope that's not too much trouble for you. I appreciate you reaching out for me and getting my back. All right, Robin says, do you get nervous when you make YouTube videos? When I first started making YouTube videos, yes, I got nervous. Yeah, no problem. I used to get nervous when making YouTube videos, but honestly today it's like, now making YouTube videos for me is just having a conversation with all of you. So I enjoy doing it. Um, that's it. It's like, I enjoy it. So I don't get nervous when I make YouTube videos anymore. Maybe there's like a little bit, if anything, I get anxious right before a live stream when I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But once it starts, I just free flow. I just trust myself, and I'm like, you know what, screw it. The best way for me, this is my style, but I realize the best way I can give value to you is just being authentic and just free flow. Like, when I start scripting myself too much, that's my agenda, what I think you want. But guess what? You already know what you want. When you ask me questions, all I have to do is answer them, because all I'm doing is answering what you want, and that's all that really matters. You know, it's so yeah, that's it. It's when you make YouTube videos, like, you'll start getting more and more comfortable with it. It takes a little bit of practice, but anyway, Robin, I'm so happy that you're on this journey of creating YouTube videos. Great for you. Like, I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Don't get discouraged. There are times where it can be a little bit challenging, and you gotta get over that little hump. All right. By the way, if my phone shuts off, I'm sorry, because I am very low on battery right now. All right, AKA Formal, do I give shout outs? I have 50 subs. I want to hit 100 by the end of 2017. AKA Formal, you're ready doing shout out right now to AKA Formal. If you want to support him, you could subscribe. There you go. So like, it's like, keep going, man. Keep hustling for those subscribers. All right. Keep it up. All right, Lisa, thank you for letting us know you are very confident now. Best wishes for a very successful future. Lisa, thanks so much. I appreciate that a lot. It's funny. It's funny how like the outside views me versus I view myself. So growing up and for most of my life, I've never ever considered myself a very confident person, but I've always gotten a lot of feedback that I show up as very confident. So I guess what I'm breaking down with this is like, how do I say this? I think maybe I have some confidence, but I don't realize I do. I don't know if that makes sense. But what I'll say today is I am more confident with who I am today than I was, let's say, a year ago. Like, it's been a journey for me, and I've had to really work on myself to have this level of confidence. And I don't see myself as a very cocky person. Like, I don't walk around with like that lean and like, yeah, what's up? Like, I don't do that. My confidence is just knowing that it starts with just self-love. It's like knowing that I'm good enough, knowing that I'm capable. And I think what makes me confident is knowing that I live my life with integrity, or at least to the best of my ability. So if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Not all the time, but I'm working on that, And there's certain, I think if you want to build your confidence, work on integrity with yourself. Like, be honest with yourself. And if you say you're going to do something, do it. And for a good example is like, how do I say this? I do my best to not even make white lies. So if someone says, hey, how do you like the food? My initial response, like, I don't want to say, oh, it's good, when in reality it sucks. Like, sometimes it depends on the context. Like, if I know like they're gonna get super offended or stuff like that, I'm like, okay, fine, I might be like, oh, it's pretty good or whatever. Or for the most part, I try to be very real. Like, I'll be like, it's okay. Especially if it's not someone else's cooking. Like, if it's a restaurant, I'll be like, nah, it's okay. Like, I just try to be real. Not that I'm trying to be not grateful or whatever. I just try to be real. Same thing with, hey, how are you feeling today? I don't always say, oh, I'm great. If I'm feeling bad, I'll be like, I'm okay. Like, could be better, whatever. But not in a negative vibe. It's just being real about it. So yeah, gonna leave it at that. All right. Hunter, I've got it. I'll talk to her tomorrow, and I'll email you to get back to you when I get feedback. Dude, Hunter, seriously, thank you so much. That is, like, I totally appreciate that. Like, I will be so happy. Like, that's like mini life-changing for me if I have the opportunity to speak in Kentucky. Like, I've never been there before, so I would be stoked to have the opportunity to speak there. Thank you. Robin, yes, of course you could have a shout out. We got Robin Dalton, Beauty Fashion. Check out her channel, all right, people. Hop on, check out her channel, and show love to each other. Let's help each other out right here. All right, can you shout out my team? Sunic Alliance? Cyanic Alliance? You're funny, man. Dude, just you're already shouting out your team right now. So there you go. I just gave you a shout out for that. Your team member. Yeah. Cyanic Alliance. There we go. I don't even know what your channel is about. All right. Keely, yep. Sometimes being real people are easily offended. Funny how life we tend to love hearing lies more than being real. Let's see. If I throw puppies into moving traffic, is that a ticket to hell? And yes, this is a real question. Let's see. That depends on your belief system. Do you believe in hell? I think that's a good question you got to ask yourself. You know, it's do you believe in hell? So you got to ask yourself that question. I don't know. For me, puppies, you know, I'll feel really bad for those. I'll be very sad for those puppies if you threw them in moving traffic. Sad face. All right. Hey, thanks again, Hunter. All right. So I know my battery is really, really low right now. It's probably at like 1 or 2%. So this is a great time to say I am going to say goodbye. Yeah. Thank you, dude. Everyone, thank you so much for hopping on. Hunter.